Today on the channel, we got an exciting one as we got No Sleep Till Hammersmith edition, Lemmy Kilmister Super 7 Ultimate.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with a super exciting review here on the channel. As you guys know, I wear my Motorhead love on my sleeves, and I guess no love today because I don't got any sleeves. But you know what I mean, I absolutely adore Motorhead, my favorite band of all time. So many great memories for so many years, hitting every single Motorhead show in the Midwest, going on both Motorhead cruises, and even getting to meet Lemmy on 2 different occasions. Man, oh man, just a favorite cornerstone of my life. Definitely something I really miss, as life has never been the same after Lemmy died for me. But the flag still burns, the torch still burns, and it burns here in action figure form today with the brand new Super 7 Ultimate Edition Lemmy Kilmister figure. But of course, for all your Lemmy figure needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% all in-stock items. Of course, right now, free shipping over $39. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, you know, like I said, I love Lemmy, I love Motorhead, I love action figures. It's a marriage, it's a beautiful thing right here for me on the channel today. And I, of course, bought multiples of these, just like the last edition of Lemmy. And, of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we will compare it to the last version of Lemmy from Super 7. I am very hopeful this isn't the end of Lemmy. I did talk to Kyle and Brian from Super 7 at San Diego Comic-Con. I said, let's keep going with these Lemmy figures. Let's keep them going. And I do know Kyle 100% is all in. And Brian seems to be the same thing, old Brian Flynn over there. So hopefully we see a new Lemmy figure every year. I would be here for that. Got to get the most out of your molds. There's a lot they can do with the mold. You switch the head sculpts around. I know Kyle's up for the task. I'm up for the purchasing part of it and reviewing part of it as well. So I would love to see it. And this is Lemmy based on 1981, even matching their shirts here today. Of course, Lemmy and Motorhead coming high off the Ace of Spades album in 1980. 1981, things got even better for them with No Sleep Till Hammersmith, the live album over there from Hammersmith Odom, or whatever it's called over there in the UK. #1 album. Amazing, amazing. One of the greatest live albums of all time. Many people will say it, not just me. So very cool to get this look here. But a lot of stuff I'm sure we've seen before with the first Lemmy figure, and that's kind of the way it does go. Have to imagine this one made in less quantities than the last Lemmy figure as well. That's usually the way it goes. Same thing with the Cliff Burton figure, which we talked about on the channel. 2 versions of that one. But let's dive into it. Let's dive into this Lemmy figure. Now, no brown box, no slip cover on this one. I do kind of miss that, but it is what it is. But we do got Lemmy, and I do love the Ace of Spades cutout around him. That is a cool thing. I really like the packaging design on here. Now, that does hide a lot of the ingredients inside, or the accessories, whatever you want to call it. But it does look very clean, and of course, you know me. I got to have a mint on card one of these as well. But beautiful, beautiful packaging. Love the Motorhead, classic Motorhead up there at the top. Like I said, the Ace of Spades right there. And then you do get Lemmy right down there. So Lemmy ready to rock and roll, strut and stroll into our hearts. Ace of Spades over here, Ace of Spades over there. Then on the back, we got Ace of Spades, the logo, Motorhead. Born to lose, live to win. Nope, it does say Ace Up Your Sleeve Tour. Oh, I got an ace up that sleeve. And a throwing star as well. But beautiful packaging, no readout, nothing like that. But it is based on Lemmy from 1981. As I said, there was a big album released that year, as we know. And how cool is that? The background, you get the cutout there. Looking very, very nice. Off to the side, a nice, simple shuffle off to the side. Gotta be careful with that one. And man, it's been so long since I pre-ordered. There's a lot more on this than I thought. And as I said, once you get them out of the package, there's a lot more accessories included than meets the eye, like a young Transformers. But looking very beautiful right here. Even got a playing card on the side, which I totally forgot about. So very, very cool. Now I'm going to take this offline, get all this out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Ace Up Your Sleeve Tour, Lemmy from 1981. All right, we got Lemmy out of the package. Let's dive into it. Let's start with the accessories first, and we're going to go microphone first, of course. We saw this before. Get the most out of your molds. Makes all the sense. But you got the high mic that Lemmy was known for. Of course, we've done it before. You get your throat out there, and you do some of that kind of stuff. Oh, you guys, I see you. But very cool. Microphone on brand for Lemmy. Makes sense to get this once again with him. We got it with the last one. Makes all the sense in the world, as I say. Diving into these hands, a lot of hands going on now. You got two gripping hands out of the package here, some tight gripping hands. I got some tight gripping hands once again. Are these the same hands? What are we doing here? No, different hinges. So you get the up and down hinge, side to side, vertical, horizontal, whatever you want to call it. We do get the opposite hands there. We do get a cigarette hand here. Kids, smoking's not good for you, but Lemmy, he loved it too much to ever give it up. Got a little cigarette in there. All these hands, of course, got the beautiful jewelry that Lemmy was known for, especially during this time. But another gripping hand and a cigarette holding hand there. He's going to play the bass guitar. We know how that goes. And Lemmy always used a pick. So he's got the pick hand here ready to go to play bass. Two fists of fury just in case things get wild at the bar back in the day. Lemmy's going to answer it with two fists to the face is what he's going to do there. And then finally, he's going to tell you where to stick it. He's going to tell you you're number one. We got the flipping off hand there. So a lot of reuse from hands we got in the past with Lemmy. Makes all the sense in the world. Super 7's going to get the most out of their molds like all these other toy companies. A lot of this stuff we've seen in the past, and that's just the way it's going to go. And I'm sure if we get another Lemmy, we're going to see a lot of this stuff used once again. So the more you know, the more you know. But we do get a Jack Daniels bottle, a.k.a. a Motorhead bottle here this time. Looks like he's going to ball the Jack, but it is Motorhead whiskey, which is a real thing this day and age. And it's a complicated thing with licensing agreements for Motorhead in this day and age. A lot of us Motorhead bangers, of course, remember the fan club as well. A lot of people are angry with the Motorhead crew, Todd Singerman and his management, coming out with so many different things. Like right now they're soliciting a Motorhead record player. There's Motorhead like ponchos. There's millions of Motorhead shirts, of course. They're cashing in on a lot of that, but it is what it is, and that's the way it goes across the board. Would Lemmy be okay with selling Motorhead candles? I don't know. I don't know about that, but it is what it is, I guess. And it is what it is. We got a playing card right here. Everything Louder Than Everything Else, another live Motorhead album from the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, like 94 maybe. We got that there, and then Motorhead right here, Ace of Spades, makes all the sense. Pull it out, sleeve, throw it at somebody, do whatever you want. Do some card tricks with it if you want to. Now we're going to dive into the last but not least, of course, we got the Rickenbacker bass here for old Lemmy. Got a little Motorhead sticker on there as well. This one is white. Looking good. Definitely a different one than the last one we got, so I do like that they didn't just give us the same exact bass guitar. They mixed it up, gave us something different. Did the same thing with the Cliff Burton Ultimate on the first and second one as well. Got the black strap right there, ready to go. Got to have a bass guitar if you're going to be dealing with Lemmy. There's no doubt about it. But now, going to dive into the figure itself. Going to dive into the head sculpts on this one here. Right out of the package, blue eyes. He's got that beautiful Harley Race S facial hair. Really the Lemmy facial hair going good. Love that hair there. They got the long hair going on down. No doubt about it. Somebody hands me this. This does look like Lemmy. A little cakey in the face, I will say, with the paint application, but still very, very nice head sculpt. There's no doubt who this one is if somebody hands you this. Second head sculpt, I believe we got last time as well. I love this one. I love the sunglasses on Lemmy, the mirrored sunglasses. Looking very good. This is what I think of when I think of this era of Lemmy, but I used this on the last one, so I will use a different head this go around, but a fantastic head right there for sure. And then the third head here, we're getting a little bit rocking. He's got the hair kind of windswept there, like he's in front of a fan performing, of course. You got more of that Lemmy smirk, kind of that snarl in his face. 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, playing all his human hits. Long, windswept hair. Almost has like a gray tint to it, though, in the hair, which is a little strange. Both of these kind of do. But does look good. All three of these, there's no mistaking them for Lemmy Kilmister, for sure. Give me some Motorhead soft goods shirt. You know me, I love a good soft goods shirt. One of those shirts you're not going to be able to really take off. If you try to take this off, you're probably not getting it back on too easy. Very, very tight. Would have liked to seen it maybe just a hair looser, as it does ride up a little bit at the belly there, which I guess it did kind of at the time. He does got the chest hair underneath there. Man, come on, Super 7. Let's get some real fur Lemmy chest hair. How about that one? There's a variant you need. And when are we going to get the glow-in-the-dark Lemmy figure? I want it. I want it. Say what you want. I think that'd be a cool one as well. Got the Bandito belt down here. You got the bullet belt. He's ready to go. He's ready to fight a war if he needs to. but a bullet belt, very iconic to metalheads back in the early 80s, as we know. Blue jeans down here, almost bell-bottom-like, and then you got the white boots down there looking very, very nice. Lemmy got his tattoos on both forearms looking very, very good. Got the hands there that we talked about. We talked about all the jewelry on the fingers as well. This body very similar to the Cliff Burton body. Of course, Cliff Burton Ultimate was also released this year. Part 2. We got Part 1 last year, just like Lemmy. So get a little reuse out of that. I will say, man, oh man, I have PTSD like you would not believe, as I did break my Cliff Burton Part 2. Check out that video for all the sadness. There's so much sadness, so little time. I will say Big Bad Toy Store replaced it for me, which was very nice. I was very scared going into this one, so I did heat up the joints. And for whatever reason, both Cliff Burton figures and this Lemmy figure, the left arm moves pretty good. This right arm, very delicate. So buyer beware. Be careful of this one. Nothing worse than snapping a figure. But I had to heat this up, and I had to kind of carve away inside of there. For whatever reason, some of the plastic is a little thicker in here, and the paint going over it is locking everything in place. So you got to be extra careful. I'm still a little sketchy and a little scared on this right arm. But I've been working it in, but it still feels like it's just a step away from breaking. So your mileage may vary, as we always say, but man, I would have probably lost my mind and probably destroyed this whole room. I probably just burned this house down if I would have broke this Lemmy. Oh, it would just be the worst thing ever. It would just be the worst thing ever. Thankfully, it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully, it never does. But like I said, watch out on this right arm. I've had it with Lemmy. I had it with both Cliff Burtons. There's something going on with that right arm. Or I could just be bad luck for me, but want to put that out there, of course. Head removal on this one, as you can imagine. Arms all the way around. You do get a bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, side to side. Be careful. Hands back and forth, side to side. You do get the waist articulation. You do get a little ab crunch in there, of course. You do get those big old Lemmy splits. That's about as much as Lemmy's going to do. He doesn't need to be doing the splits for anybody. Leg does go up. Single jointed knee, a little side to side there. Ankles, a little back and forth, a little side to side, up and down. Usual Super 7 articulation on this one. Hands removable, of course, as you can imagine. And he does fit on a Mattel Ringside Collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands, as we always do say. But man, another fabulous Lemmy figure. You know me, I'm a little bit biased, or a lot biased in all honesty. I want all the Lemmy merchandise I can get as far as action figures go. I'm an action figure guy, I'm a Motorhead guy, playing all the hits. This is the definition of it for me. I will say maybe not as strong as the first one. The first one, a little bit more iconic look, a little bit more special because it was the first. But man, this one is very fun as well. You get the new t-shirt, you get the different pant color going on. A lot of reuse, as you can imagine, but we got all these heads, we get all this stuff. You can make this feel different, especially if you're a Motorhead collector. You need all of these in your collection. There's no doubt about it. So anytime I get a Lemmy figure, I'm all in on it. Hopefully next year we get another Lemmy. If I was Super 7, if I was dangling the carrots and doing the work, I would get a more modern day Lemmy. Obviously he died back in almost 10 years ago. I can't believe it's almost been 10 years. I would like one with the top hat, maybe the more modern day Lemmy, if that's what we want to call it, just to make it feel a little bit different. But I'm here. If Super 7 wants to make a Lemmy for every single year, I'm buying every single one. I'll buy 2 of every single one, at minimum maybe 3. So Super 7, let's get a Lemmy for every single year of his career. That's what we need to do. Kyle, Brian, make it happen over there at Super 7. I'm here for it. But there it is. Lemmy Part 2 from Super 7 Ultimate Edition line here today at the table. What are your guys' thoughts? You picking up this one? Did you pick up the last one and said, I'm good from there? I can imagine if you're not a super Motorhead fan, maybe you only need one of these, or maybe you need one to pair up with your Triple H wrestling figure. Who knows what you're up to, but let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you. Yes, it's true, there's even more content on the Patreon. You get early access to both YouTube channel videos. You get glamour shots, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. And best of all, you do support this channel. You guys watch this channel. You want to support the channel. I get it. Check out the Patreon. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget, newly on TikTok. Oh, you don't want to miss out on some of those dance moves. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Lemmy Kilmister, I'm born to lose, live to win, and I'll see you guys all real soon.